What up, you guys? It's your tall guy. I'm actually at a very cool vantage point overlooking the city of LA. We are out here at Dodger Stadium to do really cool stadium tours that they offer. I actually offer many tours out here, but we're here to do the Jackie Robinson tour. It lasts about an hour and a half. First time doing it. Always been to a couple games out here, but never done a stadium tour. So we're gonna see how that goes, what we see, what we view, and just have a good time out here. Not sure about watching the game today because clearly it is rainy out here. So without further ado, guys, if you haven't done so already, drop the Tall Guy like, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get to it.
Right as the California 110 North ramp. Use the left lane to take the ramp to Dodger Stadium, then turn left on the stadium way. Turn right, then you will arrive at your destination.
Well, we've had all the introductions, we've had all the pomp and circumstance, we've had all the fuss and feathers, but it's time for Dodger baseball.
This tour is all about Jackie Robinson, guys. It's about an hour and a half tour, but we're going to be going around the stadium into the clubhouse trophy room. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. And showcasing the history of Jackie Robinson, the legacy he left for the team. It's going to be a good day.
So excited to show you the stadium and talk about the great Jackie Robinson. We're going to do a little intro here, go down and see our awards on the first floor, go into the dugout before it rains, take a little walk out and see the Jackie Robinson statue that's out in our center field plaza. Come back up to 5, see the Scully press box, some of our memorabilia. So we're so excited to have you here. So we'll talk a little bit about the stadium, but let's first pay tribute to the great Jackie Robinson, born January 31st, 1919, died way too young at 53, but the first African-American in Major League Baseball when he signed with us in 1947. We're so proud that we are the team that helped break the color barrier. Played for 10 years prior to his retirement. Grew up in Georgia, Cairo, Georgia. Didn't grow up, was born. Grew up in Pasadena. 4-star athlete at John Muir High School, Pasadena State College as it was called then, and UCLA, the first 4-star athlete at UCLA. So we have a lot of visuals, a lot we're going to talk to you about Ben Scully. But let's do a tiny bit of Dodger history. Where were the Dodgers when we got our start in the National League? Brooklyn. 1890 we joined the National League as the National League Baseball Club. Our first nickname was the Bridegrooms because 7 members of the team had gotten married in 1888. We played at Ebbets Field, starting in 1913. About 30-something thousand seats, a few hundred parking spots, but a rundown stadium. And our fans got off trolley cars and dodged other trolley cars. Thus, we shortened the name Trolley Dodgers to Dodgers in 1932. We've been the Dodgers ever since. How did we get out here? When our owner, Walter O'Malley, took over primary ownership, majority ownership of the team in 1950, he looked for land in Brooklyn. He wanted to build a new stadium. We were granted something in Queens. That's not what we wanted. He thought of building a dome stadium. Nothing was coming to fruition. At the same time, Los Angeles had an LA City Councilwoman, Roz Wyman, ran on a platform of getting Major League Baseball in Los Angeles. Reached out to O'Malley, persisted. He finally took a helicopter ride over the area known as Chavez Ravine. He saw the San Gabriel Mountains, which are fogged in, came around the Hollywood sign. Can we see it, Mike? In this fog? Probably not.
Yes.
Okay, let's see Hollywood. Okay, and guys, we're going to kind of hang on this side so that we keep the right side open. No problem. And we'll wait for the last few people before we talk about the awards. If I'm in your way, please let me know. One's Pam in the other position. The Dodgers have 47. All the awards come in duplicate. The player gets one, the team gets one. These are dipped in gold and gold specks, just like the Oscars. This is a cool award. It's as close to the glove as the player would have used. First baseman's glove, catcher's mitt, etc. Wes Parker's the Dodger with the most 6 in a row. Greg Maddux won 2 with the Dodgers, 18 gold gloves out of 23 seasons. Unheard of, right? This wall behind you, the most valuable players. We have 14 awards spread out over 12 players because the great Roy Campanella is a triple MVP winner. One of only 2 catchers, one of only 11 players. Jackie Robinson, first African American in Major League Baseball, first black player to win an MVP in Major League Baseball, his 3rd season, 1949. Right?
When I got to it, what's up, brother?
Did you see me? Exactly. Because I know everybody. Yeah, so we'll kind of keep you guys on this side. That was beautiful. Yeah, perfect. Mueller and Kershaw. Who else walked in? Who else? Mueller and Kershaw. And is there anybody else?
I thought I saw Muncie. I wasn't sure.
Oh, and it's okay to take pictures. Thank you so much. Dyer Don Newcomb won the first, 1956. Dodgers have 12 Cy Young Awards, more than any other team. Half of them were won by 2 of the greatest left-handed pitchers of all time, Sandy Koufax, and I wish he was walking by now, I would say the great Clayton Kershaw, longest tenured broadcaster in Dodger franchise history. Now that he's with us his 17th year. Next year, he could be the longest tenured player in Dodger franchise history. So the great Clayton Kershaw. We have a couple relievers in there, Mike Marshall, Eric Gagne, that was prior to the Reliever of the Year award, 2 of which were won by Kenley Jansen, and it's Mariano Rivera Award in the American League. Got to talk a tiny bit about Fernando. Came to us in 1981, age 20, came to us from Mexico. Took the country and the game of baseball by surprise. The only player ever to win the Cy Young in his rookie year. For good measure, he won the Silver Slugger, helped us win the 81 World Series trophy. I'm just going to pause for a second. The great Fernando. His first 8 games were complete game shutouts. First 8 games were complete game wins with 5 shutouts. Now on this wall, which is that many people, and I'm happy you guys weren't, that you were snapping photos. Guys, we won't sit, but I'd love to show you the Yamava Dugout Club. I think it's the best food in the stadium. People say it's free food with the ticket. Well, the tickets are pricey, but it's a great place to see a game. We have 4 paintings by the same artist. The great Jackie Robinson batting at Ebbets Field in 1955. His 6th attempt to win a World Series with games, but Jackie was having, people were hurling things at him, physically and verbally, throwing things. Pee Wee Reese very calmly went over to him, put his arm around him, as if to say, this is my teammate, he's not going anywhere. People also in his life in general. But Pee Wee's son wrote under this picture, if not for this one photo of Jackie Robinson and my dad in my childhood home, you would not even know that my father played professional sports. No trophies, no plaques, no uniforms, just this photo with his friend Jackie Robinson. I know it's moving. Oh, button. So unfortunately, slip from here, we can go to the top stair only. We just can't go on the warning track. Of course. Oh, and you can see, I love game day, and after the rain, you can see everything. We can only go to the top of the stairs because otherwise it's too wet. If anyone needs help with photos, let us know.
Can't get on the track because it is too wet, but this is the closest. I'll touch the track, my finger. I touched the track.
And actually, Jaime and Vin, the two longest running broadcasters in sports history, 64 years with the Dodgers. Vin Scully, 67 seasons. They are both in the broadcasting portion of the Hall of Fame. Don Drysdale, right out of Van Nuys High School. Another one who died too young, but great pitcher, great hitter, broadcaster. The great Jackie Robinson, who we'll just keep talking about. 6-time All-Star, just amazing. Rick Campanella, 3-time MVP catcher. The great Fernando, whose number we retired August 11th. Sandy Koufax pitched 4 no-hitters, the last being a perfect game here, September 9th, 1965. Walter Alston, our manager for 23 years prior to Tommy Lasorda. Don Sutton, our winningest pitcher. Jim Jr. Gilliam, utility player coach. Gil Hodges, first baseman, 8-time All-Star, retired not that long ago. Duke Snyder, straight out of Compton High School. Our home run leader. Did I get anything wrong? Yeah. Tommy Lasorda with the Dodgers for over 70 years, manager from 76 to 96. Pee Wee Reed, shortstop captain, great friend to Jackie Robinson. 6 helped fund the loan for the original stadium. That's why they're featured prominently around here. This area, which was built for the All-Star game, allows thousands of people to roam around here during games. It's amazing. Here's where you'll see John Hartung, Oral Hershiser, whoever's working with them, call the game, watch the puddles.
Thank you for coming to Dodger Stadium. We hope you enjoy the game. Come back again and see us.
Andy is 88 years old, was here on opening day, an important part of Dodger history. And of course, the great Jackie Robinson, my favorite quote by Jackie. A life is not important except on the impact it has on others. This is about 850 pounds, not counting the base. 850 pounds. We had a Dodger fan reach out to fan services to say, I hear you want a Jackie Robinson level, right, Mike, before they moved it? Hard issues.
In a moment. Pam already mentioned, I think, a lot about Vin. Vin started with the Dodgers in 1950. He was only 22 years old. He came out of Fordham University. And he came out here in 1958 with his then partner, Jerry Doggett. And they started doing games in the Coliseum and then came over to Dodger Stadium when the stadium opened on April 10th, 1962. On Vin's 50th anniversary with the team, they named the press box after him. He was very reluctant. He didn't want people to think he was biased. Vin was the most non-biased announcer you could ever hear. He really called it down the middle. And then in 2016, the street you came in today, Vin Scully Avenue, Dodgers came to Vin again and said they want to rename the street after you. And Vin said, no, I don't want people to have to change their credit card statements, bank statements, etc. People actually signed a petition that lived on that street, which was Elysian Park Avenue. So there are 2 rows of pictures here. The upper row, the middle picture, is a very young Vin in Ebbets Field. The other 5 are through the years here from 1962 until Vin retired in 2016. Yeah. You sit down. Sorry.
Come on in, everybody.
So if you guys want to fill in the first row, and then we can go and do the second row.
Oh, you name it. I just want to make sure.
On those uniforms. Everybody wears 42, all 9 positions. So, and that'll be coming up just in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks from Monday. And so, we talked about Rachel Robinson, who will hopefully turn 102 this summer. Anyway, so let's go to number 53. Won the Cy Young Award here in the first year of the stadium, 1962. Don Drysdale. And then the two microphones. Vin Scully is on the left, and then Jaime Harim, the voice in Spanish language for 64 years. Started in the Coliseum in 1959, listening and actually learning from the greatest tutor or mentor you could have, Vin Scully. Any questions on anything we have discussed here? Chicago, WMAQ, WVB, and WLS. I know my, trying to know my stations.
2,000 spots here. Anybody coming to the game that doesn't get parking tips from me, you might think we need a lot more than 16,000. Here's our opening day ticket. $3.50 to sit behind home plate. Here's our first World Series team. People think it was a long drought from '88 to 2020. We joined the National League in 1890, 65 years later, won our first World Series. But we're so happy that Jackie Robinson got to win a World Series with the Dodgers 1955. Paved the way for Sandy Ambrose, for Roy Campanella, for the other black players. Two on this team are still alive, Carl Erston and Sandy Koufax, who, like we said, is 88 years old. We have some memorabilia here from Ebbets Field and from our days in Brooklyn. And we stole home plate at Ebbets Field and our ceremonial. And where Mike is the Coliseum display. Like we said, 250 feet to hit a home run at the line one, should anybody like to take a picture. Our retired numbers, which we've already talked about, in the order in which they were retired. Does anybody remember the old bullpen cart? We would warm up our relievers and then drive them all the way to the pitcher's mound. Note the sarcasm. We had a reliever, Mike Marshall, studied kinesiology, who said that makes no sense. I'm not going to warm up my arm and then cool down in the cart. I'll run alongside it. The other Dodgers followed suit, and it was mostly used by Tommy Lasorda to get around the spring training fields in Vero Beach. It's held up by a Jackie Robinson, Pee Wee Reese bat. And I had a gentleman here a couple weeks ago who said, I've been to the museum, I've been to all these places, I'm not allowed to touch a Jackie Robinson bat. And I said, well, you can here. That's an original Jackie Robinson bat and Pee Wee Reese. It's fun to have key moments like that. And then a little more about Vin. We have Vin's Emmys, Presidential Medal of Freedom Award for President Barack Obama. By the way, you talk about humility. President Obama's press secretary called Vin to tell him he was going to receive the highest civilian award possible, which, by the way, Jackie won posthumously. Couple years, I don't know the date, Mike can look that up, after he died. Jackie Robinson also won the Presidential Medal Freedom Award. But Vin said, word for word, what? No, you're kidding. I'm just an old baseball announcer. And Vin, Robert Redford was honored that day, Tom Hanks, a few key celebs, and Vin had a lot of tears and looked like he just wanted to get home to his wife or back to the stadium. We have his 1980 All-Star ring and 5 of his World Series rings. The restrooms are still open. We'll still be around. It's starting to rain again. But hope everybody enjoyed the tour.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Very knowledgeable.
Like a full history lesson. This was fantastic.
Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you so much.
All right, you guys, that is gonna do it for the tour to Dodger Stadium. My first ever tour, and hopefully many more to come. I was very impressed with how this tour went, and you know what, guys, at $25 a person for the Jackie Robinson tour, you can't beat it. It was great experience overall. We couldn't get behind home plate or get on the track due to the rain, but a lot of other great experiences and awesome memorabilia to check out. If you guys want to book any tours, if you're not a Dodgers fan, any other fan of baseball out there, I'm sure your stadium books tours as well. Just head to the website and see what tours have to offer. Besides that, guys, if you have any questions, put them down in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer any of them. But besides that, we're out here in LA, city of angels. All right, enough of me. You'll catch this tall guy at the next baseball park, theme park. We'll see. I am out of here.